good afternoon, good evening, dobry din, vanakkam, and namaste. So I'm going to share my knowledge on how to lose weight. I'm going to share some tips on how to lose weight in the best scientific way, so that's proven to work, because that's the method I use uh, past 1 decade, last 10 years, and it works for me. And it's not just I practice it, and I also studied about the science behind it. Then I gained knowledge, and now I perfected it. So let me share with you. Okay, so here what you got. So this is the weight loss triangle I created. So there's a healthy way to lose weight. It's a healthy weight loss methodology that's proven to work and based on scientific knowledge. There are three main things you need to keep doing it to lose weight in a healthy way. So the first thing is diet. That's obvious. You have to eat less, but that's the hard part. And also exercise. So that's also, the more you do exercise, then it's easy to lose weight. But it's easy to say, but it's hard to do. And the third thing that's most people don't realize, that's how important it is, that's sleep and the rest. That's very important too. So doing these three things will help you to lose weight. And also, it's not just a matter of losing weight, also a healthy lifestyle. So before I go on to explain those three things, let me give you an analogy of the human body weight to like your money savings. So body weight or body weight gain to money savings analogy. So you have an income and in your bank account, and also you have to spend to live. Like you need to spend daily to buy food and all those things. So if you spend more and you have a less income, then your savings going to go down. If you have more income and you spend less, then your savings going to go up. So that's also true for your human body. So human body takes energy in through food, and it stores in your body, like in muscles and fat. And also human body has to spend energy to live. So if you take more energy in and spend less, like exercise, if you do less exercise, then you'll store more energy in body as fat. And if you say you stop eating it, but body still has to maintain, has to function, has to spend minimum energy. So for example, like even if you fall asleep or you sit there, do nothing, your brain still functions, you still breathe, you still digest whatever food in your stomach, and you sing, you're talking. So all these things are function of your body. It need energy. So you have to your body has to spend energy. So even if you don't eat anything, body will start using whatever stored in your body and spend it for this. So these are the minimum thing you stay alive. So like breathing, your brain function, your heartbeat, all those things are minimum energy your body need. So energy in, energy out. So how much you store in your body as fat is based on how much you take energy in or how much you spend out. So if you take say here I put a big arrow, so you're taking a lot of energy, so eating a lot of food, but you don't spend any energy. Say you don't exercise and you're not physically active, but your body's still going to spend energy for being alive. Then since you are taking a lot of energy, then that means your body storage is going to go up as a fat. But if you take like small amount of energy. That means you are eating, not eating much, but only eating less. But you're spending a lot. Say you're exercising, not just you're sitting there and just your heart beats and you're reading anything, but you're also running or bicycling or weightlifting, any of those. That means you're spending a lot of energy. Then your stored energy will go down. So the most common way to count the energy of body is in calories. So you can look in your food. Say here, I have this milk here. Normally you'll see calories. So calories is the normal energy unit for food. So the calories is nothing but a measurement of heat. It's a unit of heat energy, and because basically food is your fuel, and your body is kind of like a engine, heat engine. It burns that fuel or food, then it spends it. So then it's appropriate to measure your body functions in heat energy, so calories. Okay, so now I'll come back to my triangle, healthy weight loss triangle. So the first thing is you need to eat healthy food. Obviously, you don't. If you eat junk food, that means it has more calories in it. Then you're going to store for more fat, and you have to also spend exercise. So there are people who try only do the dieting, but it never works. So even if it works for people at short time, then once you start losing it, then suddenly you're gonna gain your energy back. I mean, your body weight back, because without exercising, it's hard to lose weight. Even if you lose weight, and it's hard to maintain it by just dieting. So energy, to lose weight, you also have to do some exercise. If you are young and healthy, then you can do a lot of exercise. If you are old, not healthy, you can still do some exercise like walking or weightlifting. And third most important that most people don't realize or don't talk about it is sleep. It's very, very important. And let me explain how all these three are interrelated to each other. So if you eat a bad food, then you will have it immediately affect your sleep in short time. So if you eat a lot of salt, sodium rich food, then it will affect your sleep. The quality of sleep will be affected. Sometimes you even lose sleep. But those people who are not healthy but already overweight may not affect immediately. But for me, I'm always healthy and I always do exercise. I always maintain my weight. If I eat bad food like a high sodium or salt rich food, it immediately affect my sleep on that same night. I'll wake up in the middle of night if I ate a lot of salty food. So I don't eat much salty food. So the sleep usually affect immediately in short time. If you don't sleep well, so you only sleep like 3 or 4 hours a night, then wake up, then the next day you'll feel really hungry, because the sleep also directly affects how you eat food. So those are directly and immediately affect each other. And the third one is exercise. So it's very obvious, if you don't sleep enough, you cannot do exercise. It's hard to do exercise. You will feel very tired. And if you do a lot of exercise, then it's hard. Sometimes it will affect sleep, but or sometimes you'll fall in sleep. But the exercise has a less, not much effect on your sleep than the sleep has effect on your exercise. What about the relation between diet and exercise? if you do poorly, if you don't do much exercise, then obviously by uh, default your body try to store energy for the future. So your exercise have a long effect. So over time you'll start eating more and more, but a lot of people don't realize uh, that if you do a lot of aerobic exercise, you'll lose your appetite. You don't feel like eating. But normally people think if you exercise hard, you'll feel hungry, then you have to eat more. But that's true when you start your diet program. But once you started it and keep going, after like 3 weeks or 4 or even a month, it depends on individual. After a time, then the good exercise will affect your diet. You won't feel hungry. So that's a good thing. But it's kind of like counterintuitive, but that's true. And also diet. It also yeah. If you eat more, it's hard to do that. Okay, so that's a interrelationship between these three variables: diet, sleep, and exercise. One more thing. So it's not always like one affects the other variable next to one variable, but it could like circumvent. Say if you eat bad diet, then that means you're gonna get a bad sleep. Then that means you cannot exercise. Uh, so it's kind of like a circumvent the path. So instead of directly affecting diet to exercise, you'll go through like sleep. Same thing for exercise. If you don't live healthy, not exercise, not walking, running, anything, then you over time you'll start eating more bad food, and because your body wanna store energy when you're not doing any exercise, then you'll get bad sleep, bad diet, bad sleep. So it's kind of circumventing it. On the other hand, sleep, that'll have a direct effect on both direct and immediate effect on both diet and exercise. Okay, so let me give a quick brief on this diet and what type of diet I use to lose my weight and keep healthy, and type of exercise and sleep. So on diet, so there are commonly three type of diet food people eat to lose weight. So the first one is carbohydrate rich, so like sugar, carbs rich food, and another one is fat rich food, or they all is another name, keto diet. And the third one is protein rich food, or Mediterranean diet. That's what a lot of people try to eat. I eat carb rich food. The reason is your brain, your body immediately needs a lot of carbs for everyday function. So particularly your brain, it needs a lot of carbs to stay alive. So your brain does not need protein or fat. Your brain needs carbs, a lot of carbs. So if you eat protein rich food, then that means you're eating less carbs, and then it'll take a time to break that protein back into carbs. That's why you always kind of feel hungry, so it's hard. But if you eat carb-rich food, and you can directly feed your brain, but it works for me. There are people trying other stuff, but it doesn't mean I don't eat protein. I do intake protein and fat, but um, I mostly eat high concentration of carbs than protein rich. But you can still stay healthy, and because I don't usually build muscle, and I always try to do a healthy lifestyle, live a healthy lifestyle. So that's why I prefer carbs, and it really works. And next one, exercise. There are two types of exercise you can do: aerobic exercise and anaerobic. Aerobic means it takes a lot of oxygen to do your exercise. Anaerobic, it doesn't need oxygen, and whatever already stored energy in your body is immediately consumed. So aerobic is slow, so kind of like running, long distance running and cycling, swimming, any exercise that you do repetitive for a long time. So for aerobic exercise, the stored fat in your body is broken down into carbs and used for this long time consuming exercise. But and also it's a very healthy. This is a healthy exercise. Anaerobic, it doesn't mean not healthy, but it it builds muscle. So such as like weight lifting, muscle strengthening. Yoga is also anaerobic. So what it does is first, whatever the energy in your body, that's usually the fat, that breaks it into muscle, then it builds muscle also. So it's people who only do anaerobic. It's for them it's really hard to uh, burn your fat. So you have to do some anaerobic, but aerobic exercise. I do a lot of aerobic and a small amount of anaerobic because I don't usually build muscle. I'm a long distance and also aerobics is very healthy. If you're not a runner, you can do cycling. You'll get less injury in cycling. Running, it's really good and healthy, but also if you're not like aware of all the running tricks, then you'll easily get injured. And swimming, it takes a lot of time, but you don't burn much energy like running. But if you're not a good runner, but you can do cycling. But running is a really good and healthy exercise. Sleep, the final and the third variable is sleep. So minimum, these are minimum you have to do 8 hours a day, 8 hours a night. If you do a lot of exercise and dieting, then you'll have to go like 9 hours sleep because your body need more rest. But on any day, even if you're not dieting, minimum you need 8 hours for a good healthy lifestyle. So minimum 8 hours sleep and straight 8 hours and same time every day. Don't change time, and then that means your sleeping pattern will be affected. Then you'll kind of start feeling hungry. Then you'll change your diet. And don't do any like midday sleep, siesta, any of those afternoon sleep. No, just straight hours because these. If you're changing your pattern of sleep, and if you take a nap and only sleeping 5 hours, then 2 hours in the morning and evening, I mean afternoon and evening, that means your body rhythm will be affected. Then your whole body health will be affected. So don't do it. So with that said, I'm gonna recently I gained weight like 15 pounds, so I'm gonna start losing weight. So let's see how I'm performing and whether this exercise works for me or not. I know it works because I've been doing it for like almost 13 14 years. It works, and I'll take you for the ride. Come with me. Okay, so day one, how much I weigh. So let's see. Ah, that's 154 pounds. So my goal is to lose up to maybe 138 or 143, between 138 and 143. So that's my marathon running weight. So let's see how long it'll take. My goal is to lose at least 11 pounds in 100 days. But I'll try my best to lose more before.